to introduce the project and explain you what we did during this 1.5 year. So the Rosewood 4.0 project is a European project funded by the European Commission. It's in fact a prolongation of the Rosewood network project that was running in 2018-2019. And we decided to extend the scope of the Rosewood project to Eastern Europe and to have a new focus in the digitalization of the sector as enabling technologies for the knowledge transfer between practitioners, the training and the coaching of these actors, and enabling them to share know-how with a much wider impact for the sector. So this was really important because this focus on digital training solution addressed really an identified gap where the forestry sector was really lagging behind in terms of adoption and use of modern ICT solution. So what were our objectives in the project? So the first one was really to transfer and communicate on best practices, innovation, and research findings related to wood mobilization and competitiveness in the sector. This was done through compilation of abstract, fact sheet, and videos dealing with best practices on wood mobilization. The development of digital tools for training and coaching of the actors. So this were, for example, development of tree MOOCs, webinars, podcasts, development of a knowledge sharing platform for the long-term conservation of the knowledge on the best practices. And we validated all the materials through stakeholder validation workshop involving some experts in the field. The second big objectives were to identify and develop cooperation and innovation between the actors of the value chain and support the uptake and the exploitation of the best practices and innovation by the actors. So this was done mainly by the development of 5 regional roadmaps on wood mobilization solution, showing the potential of the ICT solutions in Europe, in the different regions. And everything was summarized into a cross-regional roadmap showing the knowledge transfer potential between the different regions. We also built regional implementation groups, I have to say, for best practices implementation and new ideas creation. And as I already said, this creation of this pan-European forestry acquis on sustainable wood mobilization to share information on best practices. The last objective was really to foster the business support within the value chain by supporting the design of new business opportunities for the sustainable wood mobilization through capacity building, training, development of knowledge resources. So we made for that creativity workshop with the different actors for the new business ideas. We developed B2B workshops, B2B training materials, and all the materials are really based on validated practices, methodologies, innovation, and research. And we will provide in the last part of the project some business support to replicate the best practices and implement this innovation to at least 5 group of actors that were selected within the project. So we really expect to have with this project a positive impact on the development of the innovative ICT product and services in the sustainable wood mobilization value chain, to achieve really this sharing of the practical knowledge on the sustainable wood mobilization for long term. With this first pan-European forestry acquis. So it's a bit a strong word, but it's really what we want to achieve in the end with this knowledge platform. We really hope to increase the flow of practical information between the practitioners in the value chain within the whole Europe in a geographically balanced way. And of course, achieve a greater user acceptance of the collected solutions and a more intensive dissemination of the existing knowledge. As I said, we are a European project, so for the moment we are 21 partners really engaged in the sustainable wood mobilization. The alliance has been really reinforced compared to the first Rosewood, both in the geographical scope, because we have really a stronger integration of Eastern Europe, and also in terms of tools and solutions that are shared with the stakeholders. The partners are grouped into 5 European hubs for the wood mobilization. They are grouped geographically with common conditions and common cultural heritage, I would say. And the aim is really to achieve the transfer of knowledge between, not only within the different hubs, but also between the different hubs in Europe, so that every region can profit from the knowledge from the other ones. So basically our main aim for today is really to get the feedback from you as European Association and as EIP AGRI, to see how we can collaborate to achieve a broader dissemination of our results, but also to see if the outcomes of our project can feed your policy discussions and processes. And last but not least, which is also really important for us and for all the partners of the consortium, to see how the knowledge platform we developed and the different materials, as well as the community of practitioners that is behind us, can be sustained beyond the end of the project without the future European Commission funding, I would say.